Alright, what's up guys? Got the barkage of the Hidden Gains Village here today to show you guys some cross exercises. One problem, this isn't a cross, so let me fix that. Okay guys, let's get the tutorial underway. Hopefully that showcased some of my proficiency in this skill, alright? So the iron cross, guys, is essentially a staple hold in gymnastics, and it was really surprising for me when I learned about this skill, because what I call this the hardest easy skill there is, because you're gonna see that the iron cross is actually rated in a difficulty of B, which is the second easiest difficulty, but at the same time this skill is extremely freaking hard, and I'm going to talk about why. Okay, so first of all, for iron cross, you have to be very, very careful when you're training it, because there is a very high risk of injury when you're practicing the skill, and I myself have dealt with injuries in this skill, and I know tons of other people that have as well. So first of all, be careful. Make sure you're warming up really well before you're doing any of the exercises that I demonstrate in this here video. And like seriously, I would recommend literally training cross like in the middle of your session or something, after you've already done some other skills, just because it really is that sketchy when you're learning it, okay? So the first thing to go about when you're learning cross is obviously you want to be comfortable in the support position on rings. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like here. We have the support hold. Very good. You want to try to have the rings turned out, and basically, you just want to get comfortable in here. As you can see, I'm able to move the rings around, and I feel pretty good hanging up on top here. I can be here all day. All right, you want to have a strong support hold before you start practicing this skill, okay? The next thing that I did personally when training this skill was I started in a support hold, and then I just did like mini reps of cross press. So what that looks like is a little something like this. Keep in mind, guys, with these exercises, I am no expert in this skill. I'm not a gymnast, and I just am showcasing exercises that worked for me in achieving this skill. So if you're expecting like a formal gymnastics tutorial, you're not going to get it, but I am a guy who can do freaking knockout, and I'm going to let you guys saw. So here we go. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to support hold, okay? I'm just going to go small reps here. Okay? Just like that. And yeah, you just do however many. I'd do probably like 8 to 10, stick in that range. And before I move on to the next exercise, I actually meant to talk about this at the beginning. There's 2 different forms for the iron cross, okay? The first form that I'm going to show you guys is more common. It is the one that I do, and it is the one that you're going to see most people do. And that is a cross with your shoulders depressed, internally rotated, and your shoulders protracted, okay? The second version of cross is less common, and it involves, once again, your shoulders are depressed, except your scapulas are now retracted and your arms are externally rotated. So that's the other variation of cross. In my opinion, it's a little harder, and you see it less often, okay? So, I meant to say at the beginning, whatever. Now, first exercise was the mini cross presses. Up next, we've got feet-assisted cross presses. This was always my favorite one to do when training, and I think that this is honestly the one that really helped me the most when it comes to this skill. So what I would do is I'd set up the rings in sort of like a standing support hold, and I would just lower down, count to 2, and then I go back up. It's a really light exercise, so I'd recommend doing like 15 reps, but this really gives you a good feel for how to go down and perform this skill. I really like this exercise. And it's also one that can help get your joints ready for the skill, because this is obviously, you're probably not going to get injured doing this. At least I hope not, okay? So, that's the second exercise. Great one, and that was one when I was really trying to learn iron cross. I was doing the feet-assisted presses every single day. I would do 4 sets of 15 reps, and after that, that would just be all I did, and then I would go for my attempts and stuff. All right, next exercise, I'm going to show you guys, there's a couple variations of the loop ring assisted cross that you can do, okay? Okay, so the first method is you're literally, you see the strap here? You take your wrist, you put it through the strap, and then you grab the ring. Okay, this shortens the lever for the cross and will make it easier. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. We're going to do assist holds. And with this one, guys, you need to be careful. This is one of the exercises that you can get injured doing if you're not experienced enough. So please warm up with this, because I do not want to be the one causing shoulder injury. But if you do get injured practicing this, I'm not responsible by any means. It's your choice to follow this. So here we go. All right, so yeah, start in that support hold here. We're gonna lower down, and we're gonna hold it, okay? Hold it for time. Another thing you can do is loop ring cross presses, okay? Looks like this. So you up, okay? Up, and you do that for reps. There's another method to do the loop rings. So the one that I demonstrate is actually a little bit harder, and then the other one is easier, and that's where you basically have the entire ring as a little, as a little trainer here. So it's basically a mega false cross press. So here we go, loop rings, and once again, it's the exact same exercises. Holds and then presses with this. So here we go. Oh well, that's really awkward. I never do this version. I always do the other one, so this is super new to me. Yeah, you guys have already seen support hold though, but so yeah, you just want to hop into it. Or you can lower down from a support hold, but as you can see, I couldn't even do a support hold with this, so might be kind of awkward. So I probably would just jump into it with that grip like I did. Okay, but yeah, guys, that is actually all I have for the, and then the last exercise is, of course, just straight up iron cross attempts. But once again, guys, be very careful with attempting this skill, because it can be super dangerous. As you can see, I'm already massaging my chest because, yeah, it's sketchy, guys. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. That is all the cross exercises. Once again, there is, you need to first build up a strong support hold, and then get to the point where you can move freely in that support hold, and then small range of motion cross presses, and over time you'll be able to go lower and lower until you're eventually in a cross. The next exercises are, of course, the loop ring versions, that being loop ring cross presses and loop ring iron cross holds. And then the last exercise, we also had the feet assisted version, and then of course just like attempts basically. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the tutorial. Feel free to comment below future tutorials that you guys would like to see on the channel. And with that, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.